guys, it's coffee time with the same mug. Try not to judge me. I washed it out. I swear, I washed it out. You don't believe me. So those of you who are following me on Twitter, or not on Twitter, Tumblr, the other T word, might have noticed that I'm using it more. Although I'm using it for really ridiculous things. I still haven't posted anything that's just like mine, like something that I've made or something that I've written, except for that very first post, because I'm just so useless. Once I realized, oh, I could repost this stuff on my Tumblr. Now whenever I see something really funny, I'm like, I should tumble that, so... So now you guys are dealing with me reposting Ian McKellen and Merlin and Arthur singing You're the Voice and just so many ridiculous things. Yeah. I'll put a link to my Tumblr in case you want to follow me and you're not yet. It's redonk. It's ridiculous. Eventually, I'm going to put something on there that is, actually for me, but until then, you're gonna get random comic books stuff on there, because that's what I do. Speaking of which, New York Comic Con going on, and reading about the Avengers panel is so funny, because I don't think they realized how much of a heartthrob character Loki was gonna wind up being. I didn't realize that. I was shocked too, but I don't think I'm as shocked as everybody else was. They were like, oh, well, you know, we've got all sorts of hot people. We've got Hiddles, and we've got Chris Evans, and, you know, all sorts, Robert Downey, everybody's gonna be, like, just tripping over themselves. Apparently, like, all but a few of the questions were to Hiddles. I was like, yes, so happy. Yeah, it's just so funny to me. I love Loki, but I don't fangirl Hiddleton at all. But I thought that was really funny, just because you expect the buff Anglo-looking dudes to get all the questions. That's just, you know. Anywho, I'm glad that it sounds like it went well. And all that stuff. I wish I was there. Oh, I wish I was there. I have a couple friends that live out there. One of them, I was talking to her on Skype, and she was like, are you gonna be here for New York Comic Con? And I was like, no. I wish, but no. Oh god, okay. Totally off topic. New topic, entirely. So I found these. These are shoelaces. I found shoelaces with Gurr from Invader Zim on them. And I found shoelaces with Grumpy Bear on them. And I'm like, self, when did this, what? And then I realized, I enjoy weird shoelaces. These look totally untouched, like I've never used them. I just bought them for lols. But my totally beat up Converse have gone through so many ridiculous shoelaces. It's kind of out of control, because whenever I go to buy new shoelaces, I'm like, I don't want to buy just like normal white ones. That's lame. One time I went really crazy and bought black ones, and I was like, wow, yeah. But they got boring really quickly to me, so I bought rainbow ones instead. Yeah. But looking at these, I'm like, I really want to put these in my shoes right now! Right now! My Converse have sparkle shoelaces on them. They look beat up, covered in paint, whatever, but the shoelaces are sparkle. So, what can you do? Is that still a big thing? Not to sound like an old person, but when I was in middle school and part of high school, everybody was really big into like tying their shoelaces in weird ways and having really weird shoelaces. I apparently never grew out of that, but I keep wondering, like, do people still do that? I feel like I don't see crazy shoelaces on the racks as often as I did before. But, man, shoelaces are awesome. I really want to put these Gurr ones in for BlizzCon. I think I will. Because they're so cute, but they look like I've never worn... No. Yeah, I've definitely worn them. You can see a little bit of wear on them, but not very much. Like, they look pretty spotless, but they're so thick. Like, it's hard for these to fit. My shoes are all so tiny. It's hard for them to fit into, yeah. Because I I would want the parts where like at the top, I would want it to be completely flat, but it's gonna bunch up, right? So it would wind up looking like that instead. And then I'd be like, no, I want to be able to see Grr. It just means I need to tie them super loose. I don't know why I'm still talking about this. But I did want to show those to you guys because, I don't know, they were here and I was like, what? I don't think I ever used those Grumpy Bear ones. But the rainbow ones died. They got a lot of use. And now the sparkle ones are just about dead. So maybe it's time to put the Grr ones in. Oh man, how long have I had you? Probably for a long time. These are really long shoelaces too. Holy poop. These could probably go in like knee-high boots for me. We were talking about the discrepancy with shoes between kid sizes and adult sizes. How like I can wear a women's size 5 or a 6, but I can also wear a kid size 3 or a 4. It's like a two size discrepancy for whatever reason. But it's always weird to go into the kids section and be like, alright, I'll try on a 3. It's like, my feet are not that small, but apparently they are. Yeah, those of you who did not know that, you should totally check that out. If you're like me and you think to yourself, why do little kids have the coolest shoes ever? They could be yours for the low price of your shame. But I have quite a few pairs of shoes. Well, all of my Converse are kids' Converse. Because they're cheap. They're cheaper. Yeah, go into the kids section. Look for shoes. They are cheap. You're not like staggeringly cheap. Like, oh man, I could buy these Converse for 40 bucks. Oh, but those Converse in the kids section are only 10. It's like a $10 difference. But that's plenty. That's plenty for me. I was like, man, if I can fit into these, done. That is a done deal. I'm so happy. I don't know. I really like shoes. I don't know if you can tell from the shoe rack. That's like, those are the shoes that I wear the most. That's not even true. Because I always keep my sneakers, my 2 pairs of sneakers that I wear a lot, I always keep them just out. And the slippers that my mom bought me that I wear all the time, I just leave those like on the floor. I don't even bother putting those back up there. But I'm gonna laugh if you can't even see this in this shot. Because remember, I don't have a for reals tripod, I have a fruit snacks box, so whenever I put this down and like angle it, I'm like, I wonder, one of these days it's gonna be the wall. I'm gonna be like, bah! But yeah, those are just the shoes I wear the most. The rest of them are in there, in my closet. I've gotten rid of a lot though. I need to get rid of pants now. I was putting on a pair of jeans earlier, and I thought to myself, I don't like this pair of jeans. They're uncomfortable. And I took them off and folded them back up and put them back in my closet. And I was like, what am I doing? Why don't I just give these to somebody else? There's like a mental lapse that happens somewhere along there where it's like, I don't like these pants, put them back, rather than, I don't like these pants, put them in the Goodwill pile. That would be the logical progression, but no. There's a deviation that happens. You guys should let me know if that's still a thing. The shoelaces, if that's still a thing. Or, like, maybe it's different countries. Maybe it's not a thing in America anymore. Maybe it's a thing somewhere else. Or maybe it's just not a thing anywhere. And I'm like one of the only people who's still like, shoelaces are so cool. I should tie them super cool. I should look up a really weird way to tie your shoelaces for BlizzCon. Just have weird Grr shoelaces. Done. It's happening. I've already decided it. I'm excited. I'm glad I found those. What was I talking about at the beginning of this? Oh, Hiddles. That's right. Hiddles. I wish that I was at New York Comic Con. But I'm not. And it's fine. Because I will be at BlizzCon in a week. It's so close. Weirdness. Anywho, I'm going to make food. And keep watching The Big Bang Theory. Because I love it. But anywho, I hope that you guys had a good weekend, and I will talk to you again on Monday. Okay, bye-bye. Mwah!